Hi, this is a quick all-around practice for your whole body, and it would be helpful to have a blanket and a couple of blocks, and you can take care of yourself, do what works for you, and leave out what doesn't. And so we're going to start in a seat. You might sit at the edge of a folded blanket, crossing the legs in some way that works for you. Can rock your body from side to side, lift up the hips, lift up the legs, and finding a place of stability. We'll take the tips of the fingers together and letting the hands be separate, and the hands just rest down into your lap. Feel the tips of the fingers touching each other, maybe some warmth there, smoothness, roughness, whatever your hands might have for you. You can close your eyes for a moment if you wish, and take a couple of slow, deep breaths. From here, we'll lengthen up through the spine and twisting to the right. Left hand could come across to the right leg, right arm could come just behind the right hip, pressing the right hand into the floor to help with that extension of the spine. Head could turn or not turn or turn partially, whatever feels best for your body. Slow, steady breath here. Unwinding to center, and then slowly twisting to the left. Left arm behind, right arm reaches across, pressing down into your left hand to help with the extension of the spine, and finding a comfortable place for your head and neck. Unwinding back to center, bringing the tips of the fingers together again and letting the hands rest into your lap. Pausing for a breath or two here. We're gonna bring the blocks up to either side of the front of the mat so that they're there when we need them in a moment. And then we're going to come into downward facing dog. Stretch the arms forward, spread the fingers, pause a moment here. And then we'll tuck the toes, lift the knees, lift the hips, and stretch back. You could bend one knee and then the other knee, working our way into the pose so that we're not going too far, too fast, or too soon. Then coming to stillness in your downward facing dog. Hips high, tops of the thighs back, head in a comfortable place. Press the floor away and have another breath here. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look towards the front of the mat, and then you can walk on tippy toes or hop or however you want to get there. Coming up to Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Feet as wide as you might like them, knees as bent as you like. Arms could dangle or hold on to opposite elbows. Release the head and neck, and have a few breaths here. Taking your hands to your blocks, bring the blocks in a little closer. Right leg takes a big step back. Right knee to the mat. Left knee bends, low lunge. A couple of breaths here. Blocks about underneath the shoulders. couple of options here for the back leg. You could tuck your back toes under and really press the back toes into the floor. That might bring more of a stretch into the front of your right thigh. Additionally, you could bend the right knee to whatever extent you like and see a few breaths there. You could also reach back with your left arm to take hold of some part of the right foot, right heel, right ankle, and having an extra stretch in the quadricep muscle of the right leg here. A few breaths. If none of that works for you, right foot stays on the floor where it was. And then we'll slowly release the right leg back down to the mat. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Take a big step or a few steps to come forward to your standing forward bend. Release the hands, make some circles with the wrists. Forward bend, bend the knees, and have a moment here. And take your hands to your blocks again. Left leg, big step back. Left knee to the mat, low lunge. Pause a moment to get situated here. Blocks about underneath the shoulders. Right knee about over the right heel or ankle. And then the options for the left leg. First option is to tuck the toes and really press them into the floor. That starts the stretch of the quadricep muscle in the left leg. Maybe you lift the left foot just a little off of the floor and see if that will work for a few breaths. Maybe you reach back with the right hand and take hold of some part of the left foot and have a couple of breaths there. If the leg is lifted, carefully and slowly set it back down on the mat. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Take as many steps as you need to come forward. And we're back to our forward bend. Blocks can go off to the side, and we'll have a moment here. Slowly rise, come all the way up, sweep your arms out to the sides, touch the palms overhead, and bring your hands to heart center. Pause a moment here. And we'll coordinate movement with breath, inhaling, sweeping the arms out to the sides and up. Exhaling, bending your knees and folding over into forward bend. Inhale, come up halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slow rise. All the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that all again. Inhale, sweeping arms out to the sides and up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, folding. Inhale, slow rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, folding. Inhale, slow rise all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. And arms to your sides in mountain pose. Few breaths here. And from here, we'll step to turn to face the long side of the mat. Feet go wide, legs extended out to the sides. Turning the right leg out, turning the left leg in slightly. Torso faces back towards the long side of the mat. We're going to come in and out of triangle pose. Inhale, lifting the arms to a T. Exhale, tipping over into triangle pose. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, lowering your arms. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, tipping over, triangle pose. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, tipping over, triangle pose. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, release the arms. This time we'll stay in triangle pose. So inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, tipping over into your triangle pose, and remembering that we want to keep length in both sides of the torso, so we don't have to go over so far if the body doesn't allow. Fingertips can lightly touch the leg. A block could come in to help you there. And thinking about the length of your neck. A couple of breaths here. And coming back up, lowering your arms, pause a moment. And then we'll switch the direction of the legs. Right leg turns in slightly, left leg turns all the way out, torso faces long side of the mat. Inhale, arms come up to a T. Exhale, tipping over into a triangle pose. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, lowering the arms. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, tipping into triangle. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, lowering the arms. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, lowering arms. This time we'll stay. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, few breaths in triangle pose. Again, remembering that length out through the spine, length through the torso, length through the neck. Light touch on the legs, so we're using some of the muscles of the core to hold us up. Slow, steady breath. Coming back up, lowering the arms. And then toe healing your feet a few times until you can step to your Tadasana. Feet a comfortable distance apart. Eyes could be open or closed. Arms at your sides. I'm just pausing here, allowing the movement to settle down, having some stillness. We're going to come down to sit near a wall or near any kind of flat space. I've got my blanket here, and we'll sit in what we might call a side saddle. I've got my left hip towards the wall. I'm a few inches away from the wall. Legs are tucked a little underneath me or out to the side. If that doesn't work, you can straighten the legs out, but we're going to use the wall to help us in a twist. So from here, we'll make a tall spine. And then we're going to turn towards the wall, taking the hands wider than the shoulders, and pressing the hands into the wall, relaxing through the shoulders and elbows. You can walk the hands to different spots and find out what helps the best to get you into this twist a little deeper. Hands press the wall, they help to turn a little bit, and we'll have a few breaths here. You can relax through your right hip. You can turn the head in either direction, whichever is best for your neck. One more breath here. Slowly unwind from the twist, pause in neutral. And then we'll take the other side. So you can roll yourself around. Now my right hip is near the wall, sitting tall, turning towards the wall, taking the hands on the wall. They could be shoulder height, lower than shoulders, higher than shoulders, and wide apart. But using the wall to help bring us a little deeper into the twist. Nothing extreme, but using that bit of resistance that the wall gives us to help in the twist. A few breaths here. Elbows relax, shoulders relax. Unwinding back to center and pausing there a moment. From here, we'll come down onto our backs, hugging knees into the belly. Give a squeeze, thighs a little closer to belly, and then release that squeeze, thighs away from belly. A few repetitions, hugging the knees in, and then letting them go back out. And keeping the right knee in, left foot comes to the floor. We'll hold on to the back of the right leg and extend it skyward, letting the arms be long. Back of the thigh presses into the hands, hands pull into the back of the thigh. Left leg could stay where it is, or the left leg could slide out long across the mat. And we'll have a couple of breaths here. Both knees come back in, give a hug. Left knee stays in, right foot comes to the floor. Hold on to the back of the left thigh and extend the leg skyward. Arms extended, leg presses into hands, hands pull back into leg. And if you like, sliding your right leg along the mat, and settling in for a few breaths here. Both knees bend and hug back in. Can rock from side to side. Feet come to the floor. Tips of the fingers press into each other, and hands can rest on the belly. You might take your feet wider. Let the knees lean in toward each other. A few slow breaths here. You can roll to your side to come up, or bring the knees in and rock yourself up to sit. Comfortable seat of your choice. Again, fingertips coming together, hands resting in the lap. And a couple of quiet breaths. So we got a little something for each part of the body. You could go on to another video or go on to the rest of your day. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.